This week, millions of people are in theatres watching Christopher Nolan recreate a war Homer described nearly 2,800 years ago. But before Hollywood, before modern archaeology, for almost 2,000 years, the world treated Troy as pure legend. A city that never existed, built by a blind poet who may never have existed either. Until a German merchant obsessed with Homer decided to prove everyone wrong. He found a city. He just didn't find exactly what he was looking for. Heinrich Schliemann was born in Germany in 1822, the son of a poor pastor. Before becoming an archaeologist, he was a merchant and made his fortune in businesses ranging from indigo dye to military contracts during the Crimean War. Only in retirement did he decide to investigate something that had fascinated him since childhood. Was Homer's Iliad based on real events or pure poetic invention? In 1868, Schliemann met British archaeologist Frank Calvert, who already suspected that the ruins of a mound called Hisarlik hid Homer's Troy. Schliemann pursued the idea. He began digging in 1870 without even requesting formal permission from local authorities. What he found was bigger than a single city, 9 layers of cities built one on top of another over nearly 4,000 years. Each layer corresponds to a different period of occupation, destroyed and rebuilt repeatedly. Eager to prove his theory, Schliemann dug too fast. Convinced Homer's Troy would be in the deepest layers, he cut straight down to them. He destroyed entire structures from the correct layer along the way. He found a set of gold jewelry he announced to the world as Priam's treasure, the legendary king of Troy. There was one problem. That treasure was 1,250 years older than the war Homer described. It belonged to a completely different civilization. Archaeologist Eric Klein sums up Schliemann's legacy bluntly. He found Troy, but he also destroyed it. On excavation maps from the period, there's still a gap labelled Palace removed by Schliemann. After Schliemann's death, archaeologist Wilhelm Dörpfeld continued the work and identified the 9 layers more precisely. Today, historians agree on one point. Hisarlik is, in fact, the site of historical Troy. The layers known as Troy 6 and 7a, from the end of the Bronze Age, are the strongest candidates for the city ruled by King Priam. With thick walls, monumental gates, and evidence of intense trade with the Mycenaean world. What remains open is whether the war happened exactly as Homer described it. Many historians believe the Iliad preserves the memory of real conflicts, distorted by centuries of oral tradition, occurring around 1200 BCE, a date that matches a destruction layer found at the site. Troy stopped being legend the day a stubborn merchant decided to prove Homer wasn't lying, even while destroying part of what would eventually prove his own theory. If you have a take on where the Iliad stops being poetry and starts being history, drop it in the comments. And if this kind of mystery is your thing, subscribe. Next video, I'll tell you why no one can prove that Odysseus himself ever existed.